Okay, we back. We back for the Kindness Challenge. This podcast is centered around just being kind. So we're going to be challenging each other to do some kindness things. But before we do it, I can't move on without you guys checking out my guys. So I'm going to let them introduce themselves, say their little tagline, and then we're going to get right into the Kindness Challenge.
Hey, how y'all doing, people? My name Khalil. You want me to introduce myself?
Well, you can. You can do whatever you want to
Uh,
do.
my name Khalil. I already told y'all I like football. I love it actually, and it's not nothing else.
My name is Jamari Wiggins, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's the king. I'm too nonchalant to introduce myself. Christian. So y'all know.
So I'm with these guys. We working on this whole challenge. We working on this introduction. Be kind to us. Some of us, this is our first time doing these podcasts all the way through, and a series too at that. So tell me, like, any of you guys can tell me, like, what are you most nervous about, or what are you most excited about in doing this podcast with me?
I'm most excited about the challenges.
Okay.
It's like a little quest line, like you playing games.
Okay. Anybody nervous about something, or?
Nah, I ain't never.
Nah.
Okay. So y'all ready then? So what we doing is we're gonna pass out these books because everybody gets their own book. So there's your book. There's your book. There's your book.
Curious George.
And inside the book, I did bring pens because we're gonna get this going. This challenge is about to start. This is serious business. There you go, sir.
You can pass my pen, bro. Thank you.
All right, so when we get ready to start this challenge, let's look at like the first part. It's the challenge journal. So we're gonna be keeping these to write journals. I love the saying. The first thing says is kindness is the best form of humility. So if you look and go to, I guess they're not by page, but it's the first challenge. And it says challenge category 1. The first thing it says is what happened with this challenge, tell the story. So you're going to get a challenge. And in that challenge, you're going to have to write what happened in that challenge. The second part of it is what did you learn about yourself through the act of kindness? And how do I think the recipient felt about my act of kindness? And how did I feel before? And how do I feel after completing the challenge? Now, the cool part about this is the journal that y'all will write what happens, right? Mm-hmm. The other piece is you have to take a picture. Because then what we're going to do is we're going to put a picture in there. So you can take it on your phone, and we have somewhere around here some instant cameras that will take the pictures. I can't see it. Hold on. It's under the chair. So we got some cameras. So you guys got to take pictures because then we're going to put it in the book. And then you're going to get it. Now, let's look at those questions again because I want you to think how we're going to get through those questions. So the first question is describe your challenge, right? So you're going to write whatever the challenge was. The second question is
what did I learn?
What did you learn from the challenge?
Mr. Anderson.
Yes.
Doesn't matter what the challenge is or how you do the challenge.
You're going to get the challenge because you got to scratch off the challenge.
Okay.
That's how you're going to get the challenge. And so the second one is how did you feel?
The second one is what did I learn about myself?
What did you learn about yourself? So let's talk about that for a second. So we want to be very authentic in it. So what did I learn about myself? I learned maybe I didn't really like talking to people, or I learned that I saw smiles and it made me feel great. So when you talk about what you learned about yourself, it can't be I learned that I like football. We already know you like football, right? So it has to be something that you learned that you didn't already know about yourself. And then the third question is,
how do I think the recipient feel about my act of kindness?
So whoever you pick to do this act of kindness to, how do you think they felt about it? And how did it make you feel, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So now here's the deal. We're going to get the cards, scratch them off, and you have to do it to 2 people. 2 people. So what will happen is in your journal, you will have 2 different journals. So the first person that you do it with, you will write it in the first part of the journal, right? Mm-hmm. And then the second person you do the same exact thing to, you will write it in the second journal, the second one, right? Because what we want to do is compare how they were different and how they were good. So wait, did you guys get all the stuff that we're doing? Because I know we were kind of getting a little confused. So let's go over it real quick. First thing you're going to do is
scratch off a challenge.
Scratch off the challenge. The second thing is
tell the story.
Tell the story of the challenge. Third thing,
what I learned about myself.
What I learned about myself doing the challenge. Fourth thing,
How did they
the
feel
recipient-
for my act of kindness?
how did they feel from my act of kindness? And then the fifth thing,
How do
How do I feel
before
and
after?
how do I feel?
how do I feel before and after? So here's what's about to happen. They're going to actually pull the card, but I'm not going to let you guys know what it is. You got to tune in next week to figure it out. So I'm going to give these guys their cards right now to pick. But all you guys watching got to come back next week to figure out what it was, who they did it with, and find out the results of it. All right, y'all ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll let you go first. It doesn't matter because you can't see what it is. You just got to pick a card because you're going to have to scratch it off.
I just take it.
You taking which one?
You want to be special? Pick two.
I'm saying.
Get the middle.
All right, and I'm going to take one too because I'm in this together with y'all. So now what will happen is we'll see you next week when we find out what their challenge was, what they did, and take a look at their picture. So on that note, we're going to be out of here. And so our tagline for leaving is
Clark out.
Clark
Clark out. So we'll talk to you guys next week.
Clark out.
Machine